Harvest chapter 65. For the whore of Babylon built up her house through the evil acts of Sodom, and established her bricks in by the Armstronging of my people in the world of Gomorrah, and fenced her hedge in the valley of Hinnom for the false safety of evil counsel who were my people, that one by one she might take out every corpse of the remnant of my people who by reason of the strength of their life in me were left. Therefore what shall I do with her, says the Lord? I will break down her house with bricks, and throw down her bricks with the iron rod of the Assyrian which is in the hand of my son. And I will tear down her hedge of thorns in the whirlwind of my wrath, and bring out my people from her midst, to lead them into the fold of the wilderness for sacrifice. Then shall they go out in the blood of the holy for safety, and offer up sacrifice to me who am their Lord, such as I love for their atonement. And they shall all know that I am the Lord on that day when I have done this in Judah and Israel, who dwell in the New Jerusalem. For what are the wicked when they come under my hand, says the Lord? Is it not a fearful thing? Search and look and ask yourselves, is there any God like this? Is there any other more powerful? Who is a God so great as our God? You are the God that does wonders, O Lord, and your King, he does mighty things. And by the strength of your works, you put men to silence, who pull in your right hand to silence the nations, and Syria and Libya in your left to call forth all stolen praises back into the cup of the holy receiver, and set a great gulf between them that dwell beside one another by reason of the making of unity. The Lord gives, and the Lord takes away. Therefore they who were his enemies shall come and see division, and those that refuse to bow the knee shall have the book thrown at them, and he shall repay justly according as they have dealt. For I will now proceed to do a marvelous work in your days, O Israel, and a quick work to redeem many, of which your fathers before you never would have believed, nor would they have dared to dream or even imagine, though it be told unto them. For I will lay low your mountains of mortar, O Philistia, and break down all your hedges of brick, O Libya and Samaria. And I will cut down all your principal cedars that are in Lebanon, which you have planted for yourself, that you might eat their fruit. And all my people will know that I am the Lord when I have done this in you. For every eye that is blind shall look, and every lamp that is gone out shall gleam, and every candle in the house of the field shall be lit, and searched out carefully for as for hid treasure of gold, that they might draw out from your basket, O Philistia of the Philistine, and take and gather out your fruit from your midst and eat. But it is not, for I will make a full end of you on that day. But I will spare Jesse, and I will have mercy on David, and they shall come out together, the son and the father, in victory, and shout with a great shout of joy, God the Most High's high praises, with a new song of surrender unto praise, as when a holy feast is kept, after that a great battle of war is won. Jesse shall build up my city, and David shall build my tabernacle. And Levi and Moses and Aaron together shall sit and eat and worship as priests in my temple. And they shall go out strong as mighty men of war, and mighty men of valor, and build up my holy mountain of Zion on blood, and my altar on bulwarks of iron. And their enemies shall come to the base of it, and kick at it, as when men kick at the bricks by reason of hard labor. But they shall never climb it, for they are all lazy and complacent, and it is too high for them. For I will carry out my judgment upon Babylon the Great, and pour out the spirit of witness upon her princes, and they shall all burn together, the prophet and the noble, the interpreter and the lawgiver, the honorable and the ancient. So shall it be when I throw down Babylon the Great, and break into pieces her people, and dash into shivers her stout and strong men, and cast out our ancients into the fire, who oppress my people in the gate and in the field, who are my hirelings. For I will save them out of your hand on that day, says the Lord, and then bring them out of the land of their affliction, and lead them out unto the water of their own place, which was of old. And they shall recover what you have wounded, and restore and rebuild up the desolate heritages that my people inhabited long ago, and never put forth their hand again to leave the plow and look back. For I am doing a new work in these days, O Israel, and the former shall not be remembered any more. Rejoice, O my people, shout, O holy nation, for God has come forth to avenge you on her. So shall you go out of the world armstrong of the devil with the strength of Samson, and go forth hard in the spirit of Caleb by reason of difference. And the heart of David shall be your heart for prayer, and ye shall slay Goliath in the forehead by these 3 stones, the blood of the Lamb, the word of your testimony, and the power of the cross. And your enemies shall become meat for you on that day, says the Lord, that you might recover my rest from the destruction of her hands.